The whole concept of having professionals playing with amateurs and probably get corporates involved as well. But just to give the guy on the street who be dreaming and watches the sort of superstars on the TV, get a chance to rub shoulders with them in a competition like this is what was the driving factor behind it for me. You have a lot of kids out there who would never get an opportunity to do so. But I think in the concept of the leagues, they'll get a chance to do so now where some of them will get a chance to play with or against their idols. West Indies have picked 3 spinners, I think. So, I mean, India taking first is not a surprise. It's going to be different conditions. Everybody has to have a balanced team, and I think all the bowling setup, majority of the teams have got good quality fast bowlers and spinners, and it's going to be dominated by the bat possibly. But the teams that hold the nerve the best and execute well will come out on top. It's difficult to predict who is going to win it. It's difficult to predict which bowler is going to be a standout because it's different conditions. But I think the teams that execute well obviously will do well. And India picking 4 spinners, I'm not surprised because that's used to be their strength. West Indies have picked 3. But India still have quality fast bowlers. West Indies has quality fast bowlers. Most of the teams do, so it's going to be a very competitive World Cup. They are in this World Cup. It's been played at home, so I expect them to do very, very well. I think they've selected a nice balanced team, and I'm very optimistic that once we play good quality cricket, the zone we're in is not the easiest one, but once we get out of that and get into the Super Sixes, will give us a very good chance. There's a lot of them on show, and there's a lot here playing in the IPL, and the West Indies team had a very good, successful tour in Test cricket in Australia as well, so there's a lot of talent out there. Stay fit, have fun, and do a lot of background work to make sure that the body can put up to the workload that is out there. I think the more you play, the more experience you'll get as to look after your body as well. And someone like Boomer who has got injuries, I mean, it's just managing those injuries and ensuring that you get fitter, stronger, and better at what you're doing. But you can only play if you're fit enough to go out on the field to play, so you have to look after your body. It's not impossible. It's workload management, as I say. It's not impossible. It's how you look after your body and the games that you take off or the games that you get to rest to recover. Because if you're going to play every single game, then you're going to be burnt out. But if you can get a rest period in between, yes, you can play on 3 format, especially if you have the skill set. They have to. I mean, and he has to protect himself. But he's got to get good advice. I think when I watch his interviews, he's got a very level head, which is very, very good to see. He loves the game. He has a passion for the game. And I think West Indies has to make sure that we look after him to ensure that he has a longevity in the game. And it's early days yet, so no one knows what's happening with that. It's just very good to see. I'm so excited to see him coming out of the woodworks and doing what he has done. And I know he hasn't played a lot of game here in India in the IPL, but just to be here as well, to soak up the atmosphere, he would be learning quite a lot. Now, there's a lot of fast bowlers out there, but as I say, I don't like to compare and call them because as a former player, when you start doing that, people are going to say, well, you pick your favourites or whatever, but there's a lot of young fast bowlers out there playing at the international level that has got super talent, and, they're just very pleasing to see. Obviously, for me, Shamar Joseph, being a West Indian, I was happy to see the birth of him, and I'm hoping that he has a very long and illustrious career. A lot of people are saying Test cricket is there. I don't think so. I think it's in a very good place. I think the Test Championship will help, and I think that to me, that's the ultimate test. All great players who play Test cricket would love it and enjoy it because it's a test of character, test of skill, test of everything. And you could have 3 bad days in a Test match and still bounce back and win the game or win the series or do well. So for me, Test cricket is the ultimate, and I just wanted to continue to play and for people to enjoy it. I've seen some very exciting Test matches of late, and I'm very pleased about that.